We play and call it work.
Hey everyone, Vito here from MiniWarGaming.com with another Painting Partner Program video. This time we have an army from Demon Force Minis, and this army is painted in the MiniWarGaming color scheme, which is the Sentinels of the Forge. And this is a pretty decent sized army which is going into the collection. And let's get a little bit closer here for you. And the minis that I really want to show off first, these are some of the more, what word should I say? The more beautiful minis in this force, and these are the characters. So we have two Primaris Psychers, excuse me, two Primaris Psychers, two Apothecaries, we have a Banner Bear, and we have a Chaplain. So with the Chaplain, what I really like about this Chaplain is that Demon Force Minis has been able to almost make it look like, almost like tattered leather for this miniature. That's something I really like. As a fellow painter myself, getting tattered leather is almost very difficult to do, so that's something I really appreciate on this model. With the two, excuse me, with the two Primaris Psychers, we have a helmeted version here and an unhelmeted version. With the helmeted version, it's almost as if the eyes are glowing, so that's something I really appreciate. We have this kind of power glowing sword here, excuse me again, and we have some freehand on the bottom of the cloak. With the Primaris Apothecaries, we also have a helmeted and non-helmeted version, and white is very difficult to do as a painter. You can do it with an airbrush, or you can do it without. These are done without an airbrush, and I must say they are done, excuse me, they are done with care. So very well done, Demon Force Minis there. Moving on to the banner, he actually free-handed the MiniWarGaming logo onto the banner. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but it actually says MiniWarGaming on the banner. And then on the little bottom there, it says, "We play and call it work." So that's really cool. Those little details really stand out. And all these characters, once again, they're really, really beautiful. There's also some other captains here in Gravis armor. And look at that. There's also the MiniWarGaming logo there on the back with a wreath. That's also really cool as well. And then you can see there's some light playing onto the sword, so that's pretty neat too. Little details like that really make your characters stand out, so that's pretty neat there. Going on to the rest of the army, we have the repulsor tank here, which has been painted to request. Well, I mean, the whole army has actually been painted to request. We gave very specific instructions, which has been met. But something actually that was added on was these MiniWarGaming logos, which, like I said, has been free-handed. But then something really cool on the back, if I can turn the tank here. Take a look at this. MiniWarGaming, we work, or we play and call it work. Isn't that pretty neat? So little things like that really make an army stand out. So I really like that there. That's pretty neat. We also have 10 Reavers, 30 Hellblasters, 6 Interceptors, 10 Intercessors, and that makes the entire army, which is actually a nice addition to the rest of the force. They do match what's left of the entire MiniWarGaming army. Everything has been picked up crisply. Excuse me. The yellow is actually very difficult to paint. But the yellows on the shoulder pads are actually very crisp. They're very smooth. So kudos to Demon Force Minis for doing yellow. I really like how that was done there. The base work itself is actually quite nice too. It matches well with this mat, but it could work on almost like maybe a desert wasteland or an urban kind of mat or terrain. So that was done very well as well. Overall, this is the entire army. I think it's a pretty awesome addition to the MiniWarGaming Sentinels of the Forge force. There will be links in the description below, both email and website links, so make sure to click down below to check those out. I hope you've enjoyed Demon Force Minis, their work. I highly recommend you go and check them out, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. As always, folks, happy wargaming!